Hi kids, I'm in my rocking chair in my basement so I can tell you a story. I know a story about a grandmother who was visiting her granddaughter, and her parents were away, and so the grandmother was taking care of her that night, and she just couldn't get to sleep no matter what she did. And so finally the grandmother took the granddaughter, wrapped her up in a really beautiful blanket, and began to rock her, even though she was a pretty big girl, maybe 4. And she was rocking her, and she sang to her, and she said, "You're safe as can be. I have you safe. You're warm, you're comfortable, and I will protect you. And I'll be here when you wake up." And eventually, the little girl felt calm enough and protected enough to sleep well, even though her parents were away. The story in Matthew 25 that I read on another tape of this is about Jesus leaving his disciples, getting ready to leave them. And so he tells them a story to comfort them. But it was not like this one. He didn't say, "I'll be with you always," because he was about to be taken and arrested and eventually put to death. We know the end of the story is that he rises from the dead and it's Easter, and it's wonderful, but he won't be with them anymore. So he doesn't rock them. He doesn't cover up the disciples and rock them and say, "I'll be here when you wake up." But they're not 4 years old either. They're bigger, kind of like most of you are a little bit bigger than that. And so you might be ready for a different kind of loving story that says, "I've loved you all along. I love you today. I'll love you tomorrow." I need you to show your love to other people. Would you do that for me? Show your love for other people. I think Jesus is almost saying, take that wonderful, soft and comfy quilt and wrap it around the whole world and give the whole world your love in memory of me. That's really what Jesus tells us so often in the Bible. Give your whole love to the whole world in memory of me. I want to tell you the quilt I'm showing you today, my Aunt Pat made for me. She made it for me and brought it to me to give me the first time she came to visit me after my husband Gary died. That was a terrible time. I was not happy. But she brought me something tangible, something real, to show her love. So it might not be as comforting as getting a cup of hot chocolate and sitting and being warm and cozy with your grandma holding you in her lap. But Jesus wants you to have his love forever, not just when you're a little kid, but when you grow up and can do bigger things. So will you imagine this week that you are wrapping the whole world in a blanket of Christ's love? When we care for others, when we're kind, when we reach out to people in need, that's what Jesus wants us to do. Okay? Well, I'll see you guys later. It's Pastor Patricia saying, have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.